Alright, let's see if this thing works. I'm trying a new platform for the channel because this one's got a few more options to it. It's got some better backgrounds. Like I said, you can change the screens and things like that, so I could be over here on this one, which I did think was interesting enough to at least give it a shot. This is Jesse from the Brothers Fire Chatting, and I'm turning this back to normal real quick, so a second. No, that's not it. Crap. There we go. Sorry, like I said, still in the process of kind of learning, not learning so much. Maybe, I don't know. That's really not the same screen, but that'll work. Anywho, yeah. Basically today we're just going to go over a couple of things. I'm here to pretty much let you know the next few posts are going to be a little different than what I usually do. It's not so much going to be a blog post anymore as much as it's going to be a tutorial, and I'm running a tutorial for Dr. Gluon from the Twitch accounts. The other night we had talked during one of his streams about it. He was interested in these tutorials, so whether or not you like them, that's up to you. You're more than welcome to. Basically, it's just going to be a quick breakdown of how to do a Dungeons and Dragons run. So, that being said, it's pretty simple. Like I said, no, didn't mean to click that. Sorry. Oh God. 1 second, please. There we go. Hopefully this is back home. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, basically the tutorials are going to run over one, how to build your character for D&D, how to freaking past that point build up your stats, how to basically get your initial stats. But for a Dungeon Master type thing, I'm going to show you how to build your basic monsters, how to mold your monsters off your characters, and depending on what series you guys want to see, I can either do the 3.5 version, which is going to be the more instant gratification type, versus the old school version where there's not all the new magic and this, that, and the other, where, oh, I'm level fucking 25 within 10 minutes of playing, you've done 3 campaigns. We go old school, we can hit it where that campaign can last months and months and months and months, and you might be halfway there. So it's kind of like World of Warcraft when it first came out, if that makes sense. When you were grinding through your level 40s and it was taking forever, and you were just like, all I want to do is get to level 50 and 60, because once you hit 50 it goes easy from there. Yeah, that's kind of how the old school works. You gotta work for everything. Now if you go to the new school, you do one campaign, it's the basic level campaign, all of a sudden you're level 5, you do that next campaign, you're level 10, you do the next campaign, you're level 20. At that point you're just stacking stats, that way you can run through everything quick as shit. No problems, no fun, really, no great points. So again, completely up to you guys however you want me to run that. That's just let me know in the comments below. I'll run basic tutorials on both of them. I'm probably going to have to get my little brother back together for this. I'll get you at least the build up by hopefully the end of this week. But again, that's hopefully. And what might end up happening is I'll probably try to set up the laptop here for the first one and do an actual small run campaign, so that way people can see how it's played through, and after all the setup's done, you can see basically how it works, how to run it, and I'll have another DM with me at that time, so that way when we do run, we've got the 2 mindsets that can show you the different run styles. I run very story orientated, my brother runs very smash and bash and call it a day orientated. I'm better at spinning the whole tale behind it. He's better at just making the monsters and making it work. Now, if I could collide both of those, you'd have absolutely the perfect DM in the middle. However, most of the time when I run it, it seems like it's fun, but it's also basically based off of the people, and that's the big thing you gotta keep in mind when you're playing this game. Yes, it's fun. Yes, it can be tedious and task-worthy, but it is a game that is, your imagination is your limit. There is no, you can't think it and not try it. If you can think it, you can pretty much do it in this game. Granted, you gotta hit the right rolls and stuff, so there are somewhat limitations, not really heavy limitations, but somewhat limitations. But basically, if you can think it and you can roll it, you can do it. So, depends on whether or not you want to go with initiative checks, things like that, whatever. We'll get into all of this via tutorials coming up here in the next few days. I'm going to run it one piece at a time. Basically, one tutorial is going to show you how to get the stats. Another tutorial will show you how to get the basic background, height, weight, if you want to run it through the books. Again, I've got to get all the books together, so that's going to be probably tomorrow that I get that stuff. And then we'll sit down and really have a go at building this out and making it work. And I'll show you my basic player sheet versus what they're going to give you. The stuff that you can download online is a lot of unnecessary info on one sheet. My basic player sheet is pretty much, you got your health, you got your stamina, your charisma, your things like that. I will break that down in the first video. So, again, these are mostly meant for Dr. Gluon, and if you are a D&D person and you do have any questions, feel free to ask. I know it's kind of a dying art out here, at least from what I've seen, so there's not a huge group of players anymore, but for what it is, my wife and I and my family, we still play. I still DM. A Dungeon Master's guide book basically works in the same way as everything else. It's a guide book. That's what it means, guide. You do not have to stick strictly to this book. You can change things how you want them to fit for your specific campaigns, your needs. So, again, if you can think it, you can do it. So, anyway, what I'm going to be throwing up there is going to be from the original. The original's easier to run, it's easier to build, it's easier to figure out. Now, if you want more on either the original or the 3.5 version, which the 3.5, I know most of how to do everything with. I do have the books, I have everything necessary to do it, so I can run you through and show you yet again how that works. However, I run off of old school, because old school takes longer, you get more enjoyment out of the gameplay. New school is more instant gratification if you're going to do a single run type thing, and you really want the guys to have a really good go at this. But, again, let me know which one you'd like to see down in the comments, and I'll get this show started probably tomorrow. Start figuring out what I need to do to show you how to do it. And then I'll show you how to build your monsters. I'll show you a couple of my maps. And, yeah, after that, we'll see where it goes. Alright, guys, this is Jesse from the Brothers Fire Chat. I'm signing off for the night. I hope the best for you. And, again, I'll keep playing with my little platforms here and screwing around on them. So, you guys have a great day. And I will see you on the next video.